It began on a cold, misty morning in Vietnam. The kind of morning when the air hangs heavy, the drizzle feels like the breath of winter refusing to leave, and every step seems weighed down by something unspoken. James was leaving. His departure wasn't dramatic. No crowded send-off, no words carved in stone. Just a quiet journey to the airport, suitcase in hand, and a woman walking beside him whose eyes betrayed a storm she refused to let fall. Diep held onto his suitcase tightly, as if holding onto the last tangible proof of him. Her eyes were red, but no tears came. She didn't want him to see her weakness. He turned, wrapped his arms around her, and whispered words meant to reassure. "I'll only be gone for a few weeks. Once work settles down, I'll come back. We still have so many unfinished dreams." She nodded silently. No questions, no doubts. She trusted him completely. Love, she believed, was unshakable. No distance, no ocean, no border could erode what they had built together. The fragile thread of distance. At first, the distance was bearable. James called often. His voice carried stories of a strange new rhythm abroad, long hours at work, unfamiliar meals, nights where sleep never seemed to come. Diep would sit at home, cutting fruit for little Nay, the abandoned child she had taken into her care, and listen. She'd share her own quiet updates. The tree in their yard finally blooming, the meals she cooked, the little routines that stitched her life together. Their calls became rituals. As each conversation ended, James would say, "Don't wait up too late." "Sleep early." And she would always reply, "I'll sleep when you come back." Their words were promises disguised as comfort. Their voices were the fragile threads that kept them bound, even as an ocean stretched between them. The silence that grew, but time has a way of changing everything. The calls became shorter. The texts became fewer. Messages that once carried warmth turned into hurried notes. Busy. Or, "I'll call tomorrow." And then, there was nothing. A day passed. Then 3. Then a week. Diep told herself he must be overwhelmed. She waited patiently, sending messages. "Are you okay? I just want to hear your voice." Number answer. No explanation. No goodbye. It was a silence more painful than anger, more suffocating than distance. To be seen but not responded to is a wound that festers in the soul. James had not died. He had not suffered an accident. He had simply stopped being there. Life without answers. Rumors trickled in from friends abroad. They said James was still working, still healthy. Some whispered that he might be seeing another woman. But no one knew for sure. No one could confirm. What was undeniable was that James had erased her from his story. Back home, Diep continued life as though he might walk through the door at any moment. She cooked. She cleaned. She taught children. She raised little Nay as her own. She left his chair empty at the table. She kept his coffee cup untouched on the shelf. Small, stubborn tokens of a love she could not bury. But inside, hope began to rot. Like fruit left too long in the sun, her belief in his return decayed slowly, quietly. The final message. One night, after putting Nay to bed, Diep typed one last message. If you don't love me anymore, just say it. One word is enough. I won't hate you. I just need to know. She hit send. There was no reply, and after that, there were no more messages. The silence had spoken louder than any confession. Living with absence. Rumors came and went. Some said James had built a new life, found a new woman, perhaps even a new family. Diep never tried to confirm them. She couldn't. To know for certain would snap the last fragile thread of hope. But she did not cry. She did not scream. She did not curse his name. Instead, when little Nay asked, "Mum, where's Daddy?" she would smile faintly, brush the child's hair, and whisper, "He went far away." But he didn't say goodbye. Her voice trembled with every word. Her eyes dimmed in a way that even a child could feel. Years without closure. Years passed. People urged her to move on, to open her heart again. But some heartbreaks don't require goodbyes to leave scars. Some absences echo louder than any farewell. James never broke up with her. He simply vanished. And in doing so, he left wounds deeper than betrayal. He left her wondering, what had she done wrong? Had he ever truly planned to return? Had their love ever been real? The ritual of remembering. Every year, on the same day James left, Diep went to the airport. Not to wait for him, but to remind herself that he was not coming back, and then she would return home, cook dinner for two, tuck little Nay into bed, and continue with life. She never forgot, but she learned to live with silence. James, the man who left without a word, took more than just his suitcase. He took her peace. He took her trust. He took the years she had given him, and worst of all, he took her chance to say goodbye. The wound of unspoken farewell. Once, Diep believed that love could overcome any distance. That if the heart was steadfast, no ocean was too wide, no silence too long. But in the end, what hurt her most wasn't losing him. It was that he never gave her the chance to say goodbye.